So they got some Nickelodeon games right here as well for 10 bucks a piece. And then down here, I spotted a ton of Lord of the Rings games. I wanted to show you guys they had some steel booklets on clearance as well. And what is up, everyone? It's Austin, and we are back with another episode of my $10 Nintendo collection series. We've been going to game stores, thrift stores, pawn shops, flea markets, purchasing items that we could possibly flip, and then using that flipped profit to purchase Nintendo games and building up a huge Nintendo collection. I really don't have anything to go over to start off this week. We picked up a ton of stuff in last week's episode and hoping to continue on from that. We got one more game left on our whiteboard, looking for a last Fire Emblem game. It's crazy to see just how many games we were able to find and scratch off in the past like 20 weeks. Also, our game fund is looking pretty strong right now, but we still got to continue finding items that we could possibly flip to build that up. Let's go ahead and jump into our collection though and get into these updates. Here at the Game Showcase, and we just made a huge sale. Was actually debating on putting this item on eBay or not, but the item that we sold is going to be this Oculus Quest 2. So I did try out this headset, works perfectly fine, but again, I'm just not the biggest fan of VR headsets in gaming. I did mess around in the Meta Horizon Worlds game, and it was pretty fun being able to see and do all the features that this thing can do. But other than that, I didn't really find any like interesting games. They didn't really have a good catalog of games still on this thing. And for the few games that I did try out, I tried out this Office TV show game where you're in the office area and they've got like small little quests and tasks to do. When the movement gets really fast, that's when you start to get like motion sickness. And so because the limited game library, I guess, when it comes to this, or the quality of games, just didn't really feel like keeping this one in my collection. If I were to try VR gaming again, I would love to grab one for like the PlayStation, since there is a good catalog of games there and some quality games as well. But we sold this one for a whopping $165 on eBay and picked it up for 15 bucks at a thrift store. Gonna get this one packaged and shipped after eBay fees and shipping. This is how much we'll get to add back to the game fund. Hey everyone, so recently I've been seeing a lot of people post about game deals at a lot of retail stores like Walmart, Target, Myers, and just wanted to spend a week going to some of these stores and seeing if I can find some game deals. I'll be going to maybe a couple Walmarts, a couple Targets, and seeing what I can find and pick up. This week we're actually out here at a Walmart and actually spotted some decent deals out here on video games. Sometimes they have game deals going on throughout the year, and some of these games I believe are like on clearance. This section contains a lot of the clearance games, and over here you can already see some games for $10, which is really good, especially since they are brand new sealed. This Assassin's Creed Valhalla on PS5 is a very interesting one. I actually did play through like halfway through this game. I just never completed it. It's a huge and a very long game, but a lot of fun, especially if you're into the Vikings theme. So that could be a possible pickup. There's a lot of music going on. It's super loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But oh, check out this Transformers Fortnite pack for $20. That looks really cool. Just gonna spend some time showing you guys these cases and showing you guys some deals. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection on PS4 for $10. Ghost Recon Wildlands, never played that one. You got Far Cry 5 and also Mortal Kombat 11. I don't think any of these are worth picking up if I were to, just simply because it just wouldn't work with our Nintendo collection. So they got some Nickelodeon games right here as well for 10 bucks a piece. UFC 4. Over here you got the Switch section, and unfortunately there just isn't much that is on clearance for some reason. They got a ton of games though. There is one game that I do see up here. It's this Justice League Cosmic Chaos. Never seen this game before, but for $9.97, I feel like that's not a bad price. It's on rollback. And then you just got some more games down here. I know Target was having some deals. Make sure to check out your Target stores as well. Now we can take some time to look over the individual Xbox section just to see if they got any deals here. Haven't really been picking up Xbox games recently because I don't have my Xbox Series X anymore. I've only got the PlayStation 5.
but still can't find some deals. You got Dead Island 2 on rollback. $10 game right here, this Miraculous Rise of the Sphinx. And then over here you got the PlayStation section. A couple more games on clearance. Looks like more of just sports titles. Sandland looks like a really interesting game. Always wanted to check that one out by Bandai Namco. $20 doesn't seem too bad. And then some more games down here. You got this Adventures of Tintin. I feel like this thing has been here for the absolute longest. They got it for what, 15 bucks? It's crazy. A 3DS game at a Walmart. Over here you got some more games on the PlayStation 4 and 5. Some Star Wars games. Probably not worth grabbing. Lastly, we got the Switch section over here, and don't really see too many deals on games over here. Just this Marvel vs. Capcom game on rollback for $30. They got this AEW Fight Forever game for 15 bucks on the Switch. That's actually super cheap. Metroid Prime Remastered for 30 is not bad. But yeah, other than that, not seeing much else or anything worth picking up. Ton of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom games down here. While I'm back here, wanted to show you guys some pretty cool horror Blu-rays. They got these slip covers. I think these are like exclusive to Walmart because I've only seen them like this at a Walmart. But some great horror movies. You got American Psycho, Blair Witch Project, Cabin in the Woods, some classic ones, and they're all under $10. So anyone looking to collect, this is like the perfect place to get some of these. They also got some on DVD as well. Get a Switch game over here.
Which one?
This Justice League one in the top corner. Yeah, and then just this Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PS5. We're back in the Switch section, and I was going to purchase that Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PS5, but apparently they put it in the wrong position. It was meant for the PlayStation 4 version of the game, so it wasn't $10. We'll just pick up another Switch game at this stop. Was considering this Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, but it always confuses me with the words at the top. It says full game download, game card not included. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean the game cartridge is not included? Is it just a case and some kind of code or something? I don't know. So a little iffy on that one. Other than that though, I could pick up this AEW Fight Forever game just to add to my personal collection. It would be awesome to pick that one up. Don't really follow All Elite Wrestling that much. Do know some of the wrestlers.
So I just need to.
We're also checking out a Target this week. I've been hearing tons of deals going on, especially on like Switch games and other platforms as well. So we're just gonna take a peek in the PlayStation section right now. A bunch of PS5 games, so I'm assuming there isn't anything too low on prices over here. I mean, you got this TMNT game for 30 bucks. That's not too bad. Also some Sonic games. This Dead Space game for 19. That's actually pretty good as well. Tried playing this game, but I didn't really get too far. I think I got stuck at a part where I couldn't like open a door, and then I just gave up. We got Visions of Mana right here. Looks so cool. I've never played any of these Mana games, but definitely do want to check this out eventually. I think GameStop is selling this for around like 40 bucks right now too. I know there was like a big deal on this game as well. We are now in the Switch section, and these look like the higher end games, which we're gonna walk past really quick. Saw this Karate Kid Street Rumble. I think I heard this game might be decent. Looks like just a beat 'em up 2D game though. So I went to a couple of Targets and I just haven't found any with like the crazy deals that people have been posting up on Facebook and YouTube. But there are some deals, I guess, like this Jumanji game that they got for 15 bucks. Looks okay. I didn't even watch the movie. Couple of $20 games over here, and then down here I spotted this Pool Party game, which I could possibly pick up. It's just a $10 game, They got like some sports in there, some kind of tennis. Yeah, never seen it, but for 10 bucks, it's not too bad, I think. Got a bunch of controllers over here too, and some of them for pretty cheap. 20 bucks for that one. Never seen this controller before. This Zen wireless controller. Not sure what makes this thing so special. Multi-platform controller maybe. And then they got this glass case down here with a ton of games. I'm not sure if these could be like the clearance ones, but I'll definitely have to ask. I mean, it's just like a huge assortment of games. They've also got this clearance section as well with Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox. They got all the prices right here, and I'm not really seeing anything too low on clearance. I think these might just be their normal prices. The games don't look too interesting either. This Trolls game they got for like 20 bucks. So I just wanted to pick up this Jumanji game and then also this pool party game down here.
We're gonna check these out back here.
Here at the game showcase, and I feel like sales have definitely started to slow down during this time. Also, I haven't really been posting as much items on eBay, but we got one sale and it's going to be this Fallout New Vegas. Definitely would have liked to keep this one, but we ended up selling it for around $30 and we got it for around 12 bucks at a flea market. It looks like we just made another sale. It's going to be this Wii game right here, Guitar Hero World Tour. So we actually had 2 copies of this, both brand new and sealed, and we're finally selling the second one. This one sold for $26.50, and we got it for about 6 or 7 bucks at a game store. Gonna get these items packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to the game fund. Decided to make a quick visit to GameStop this week, and they had a ton of PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 games. Even though this wasn't a retro location, I found these Silent Hill games, Downpour and Homecoming in this section, which is really cool to see. Always wanted to check out the Silent Hill games. You guys let me know what game I should start out with first in the series. And then I also found this Guitar Hero Smash Hits game. This game is worth around $30 still for whatever reason, and 15 bucks wasn't too bad. I'm gonna quickly show you guys the PS5 section as well. I didn't really find too much, but there are some great games for $10 here, which is really cool to see. I've been playing a ton of PlayStation 5 and there are just so many great exclusives to check out. In the Xbox 360 section, this definitely surprised me. They had a huge selection and a bunch of games for under 10 bucks. They had all these Assassin's Creed games for pretty cheap. Some BioShock games, Call of Duty. I spotted this Quake Wars game, which I don't see too often, and for 7 bucks, feels like that's not too bad. And then down here, I spotted a ton of Lord of the Rings games. They had this Lego one, and then this Middle Earth one, which I rarely see. 20 bucks isn't too bad either. Of course, you got Conquest right here. And then one game that I have played before, this War in the North game. So many memories. This game was amazing. Great cutscenes, voice acted. And then found this Simpsons game for $44. So shocked to see just how high these Simpsons games are nowadays. Here in the Nintendo section next, and surprisingly, they didn't have too many Wii games. What shocked me was the prices for these games. $50 for this new Super Mario Bros. Wii. They had $30 on Brawl, and down here they had $60 on a Wii Sport Resort. Sometimes prices can be great at GameStop, but sometimes they can be super high like this as well randomly. Decided to just browse the Switch section next in search of a game to add to my collection. Found this Dragon Quest Treasures game for 25 bucks. I feel like they made so many Dragon Quest spin-off games. Some more cheaper games like this Cartoon Network game.
And then I stumbled upon these Disney classic games, both priced at $25, but this one in particular included the Jungle Book. This was just a really cool collection that I hadn't seen before, and would be awesome to add to the collection, so I did end up grabbing this one.
Hello. I think I'm all set. I'll just grab these two. Yeah. No, it's okay.
You're looking at $35.86. Did you want a bag?
Sure. Like a small.
We made our way out here to another Walmart store and just gonna quickly stop by, see if they do have any deals. We got a bunch of games. This is the clearance area. Thought this was for only 10 bucks, but this is for the wrong game, so I don't know how much this one actually is. Not really seeing much though in terms of Switch games for a cheap deal. Everything seems to be around like 15 to 20 bucks here. Wanted to show you guys they had some steel booklets on clearance as well, and a lot of these steel booklets, especially like 4K and Blu-ray ones, do hold some value, and they actually have some for under 10 bucks. Got this movie Rocket Man right here, which I've never seen before. A lot of these movies I haven't seen before. I've seen this one though, Hacksaw Ridge, really good war movie with Andrew Garfield. They have this Exorcist one right here, and I know some of these horror ones do hold a lot of value, but this was put in like the wrong spot, so I don't actually know how much this one is worth. There's a couple that I am really interested in and actually do hold a little bit of value. So down here I saw this Aquaman one, and the tag appears to be correct. They got this for 10 bucks, and this is a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray steel booklet. This thing actually values for around like 40 to 50 bucks. So if I can get it for $10, huge steal with this one. And then also this Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard with Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Selma Hayek, and Morgan Freeman's in here. I mean, I haven't seen this movie, but it looks crazy, and for 5 bucks, you really can't beat that. A couple games in the PS5 section though that I could be interested in. They got some clearance marked games over here. So they got like Gotham Knights for 10 bucks, which isn't too bad. And then also this 2K Lego Drive game. The box looks to be a little damaged, but for $10, I mean, that's crazy for a PS5 game. So apparently they have another separate clearance section with a bunch of other items as well. You got controllers here for a discounted price, $44.25 for this brand new Xbox One controller. But they also got a bunch of Blu-rays here as well. Just want to take some time to show you guys. Some of these aren't really clearanced too well, but this one's actually opened, so that's probably why that's on clearance. But they do have some $5 ones. Got some weird PC games like this. But I also found this Mad Max High Octane collection. This actually contains like a bunch of the older Mad Max movies along with the newer ones. So they got Fury Road on Blu-ray and on 4K in here, which is crazy. I guess they don't have Furiosa, but yeah, nice little collection for like $9. I saw this thing values for around like $20-ish. So I don't know, I'll hang on to it. I might just pick it up and just add to my Blu-ray collection. They got a couple of other games as well, like NHL here, and then like one PS4 game for 25 bucks. Probably not worth it.
This one's $29.96.
Oh yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Okay.
He's going back.
Nope, he's purchasing those.
And just like that, that wraps up the game hunting for this week. We went to a ton of Walmarts and Targets this week in search of these game deals that I've been seeing online. Unfortunately, we didn't score too big at any of these places. It might just be the stores in my area, but let's go over everything that we picked up. Starting off at a Walmart store, and we picked up 2 Nintendo Switch games for around 10 to 15 each. We got this Justice League Cosmic Chaos game for 10 bucks. And this is more geared towards children, of course. It's got a really fun art style and animation. Apparently this is just a top-down adventure beat-em-up style game, and it really is a great introduction for children into the DC world and DC heroes. you get to find a lot of things like comic books and outfits for these heroes. So yeah, really not a bad game at all. We also got a copy of All Elite Wrestling on the Nintendo Switch. Not really into these wrestling games anymore. I feel like I haven't played a wrestling game in like a decade now. We were only able to pick up games at one Target this week. We got this pool party game for around 10 bucks, and this is kind of just like a small indie style game. You play as these pool or billiard balls, and there are just mini games like soccer and tennis where you hit these other pool balls into the correct locations. And then we also found Jumanji Wild Adventures. I'm assuming this is just related to the movies, but this is like a classic third-person adventure style game. 4-player couch co-op, and just looks like a fun, relaxing game to try out. We did make a trip to a GameStop as well and picked up 2 items. The first thing we got is this Guitar Hero Smash Hits on the PlayStation 3. This game, for whatever reason, holds a ton of value. Goes for around $30 on eBay. And then for the Switch game, we got this Disney Classic Games collection. All of these games released on the Super Nintendo. It would be great to see more Super Nintendo collections like this being ported to the Nintendo Switch. It just makes it a lot more convenient playing these on the Switch and easier access. But this actually includes 2 interesting features, like the watch mode where you watch like a playthrough and then you can pick up from wherever you want in the game. And then also a rewind feature, which I would assume is just allows you to rewind the game. Lastly, we made a visit to one more Walmart and actually scored pretty dang well. We found this Mad Max on Blu-ray collection for $9. Just recently started getting into the Mad Max series after watching Fury Road and Furiosa. I haven't seen any of the older movies, but yeah, this is just a fun little Blu-ray set to add to my personal collection. Next, we got this Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard steel book for $5. I don't care what movie it is, but for $5, really can't beat that. We also got this Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom on 4K Blu-ray. Picked this one up for $10. Wasn't really too big of a fan of this movie, so don't really mind putting this one up on eBay. I really enjoyed the first Aquaman movie, but I remember going to theaters to watch this one and really don't remember too much about it. And then we came away with 2 PlayStation 5 games. The first one is this Gotham Knights. This is the successor to the Batman Arkham games, and this was just a very mediocre game, I'd say. You play as Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood, and it just lost a lot of the fun elements from the Batman Arkham games, like the story and the gameplay, combat. I definitely like to just try this game out though, just to revisit the Batman world and just see how the story is though. And then lastly, we just got this Lego 2K drive for $10 as well. It does include like this cool little Lego set, probably of this car right here. But this game is actually reviewed pretty decent. It's a kart racer, as you would imagine, and I would assume there's a ton of customization with all the Lego and for the cars. There are some open world elements similar to the Forza Horizon games too. And one thing that I really do like from these Lego games is the quality of the environment and the world. Even though it's a Lego game, you know, the world is not made out of Legos. It seems like a pretty nice game though, and for $10, we'll gladly add this to my personal collection. But yeah guys, again, we just didn't really find too many great deals at Targets and Walmarts. I still like just going to Walmart stores and checking out their deals because they tend to have more. But as for Target, I don't really expect for them to really have any deals on anything. But yeah, that's all I got. Just a fun little episode this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.